Hi everybody, Sane Bhengu. Welcome to my channel. Ntando Mdletshe, and on this channel siyasibuke ama reality shows ethu ala eMzansi bese sizala sokhuluma ngawo lama shows. Siyaphinda ke futhi sorry guys. Sikhuluma ngama celebrities kanye nama YouTubers ethu ala eMzansi. You guys, just like I said yesterday, there's a lot to talk about when it comes to Real Housewives of Durban, because of course there's a lot of things that went on this past weekend. It's still going on online, you guys, so we're trying to find answers, but because we don't really care. Okay, we are Musakaula, we don't really care. Us and our friends don't care. Anyway, you guys, listen. Today, I want to talk about Ntando Bhengu from Real Housewives of Durban. And I did say yesterday that I was going to talk about her, but I didn't have enough time to get to this video, okay? And this is what I wanted to explain, because I've been saying that Ntando Bhengu has been gold for Real Housewives of Durban, and people are not understanding what do I mean, okay? I feel like Ntando really came on and shook some things, okay? She came and shook the ground that they were standing on, okay? And they are all struggling to stand up straight right now on Real Housewives of Durban, and I liked it, okay? There are things that I wish that she had done differently, Ntando, but there are things that definitely I feel like she was what was needed for this show, okay? And of course, she came on the show. She had that explosive exchange with London. Who was going to do that to London, you guys, besides Ntando? Because all of the other women were just going to be, oh my God, you're going through something, London. Everybody was going to forget about what London had done the previous season. Nobody was going to remind London that, listen, you haven't been kind yourself. Had it been someone else, because remember, you guys, Lassie was going through something last season, okay, and they were on her, okay, they were on her, Lassie, London. So imagine if it was Unonku who was going through, who had gone through what London went through. London wouldn't have had any compassion for Unonku, not from the way that London behaved in season 2. She would have no compassion for Nonku. So we needed somebody to be like, I will treat you the same way that you would have treated a person that is going through this, okay? It was still painful, but that's what you get on Real Housewives, you guys. But I feel like there's something else also that Nonku has come in and introduced on Real Housewives of Durban. Number one, not to Ntando. Number one, you guys, Ntando introduced into yoguthi when you are coming on Real Housewives of Durban, you must watch the show, okay? You must watch the show. Not only that, you must know what's happening with these people outside of the show. If they've done some interviews, you must watch those interviews. You must know what's going on with them, so that you have everything that you need, you know, as Kwame Sako says, shade when you need it, okay? So she sounded like somebody that had watched the show. Other people had even said that Ntando is a fan of the show because of her comment saying that London had said something on Kaya FM interview. And I'm like, yes, but that's what she is supposed to do. When you are coming on a show, you have to know about the show. I never understand a housewife that come on a Real Housewives show and say, I never watched the show, I watched an episode or two, I never really knew that this is what happens. No, you have to know about the show. She also introduced something, which is you have to have information on these women that you are about to spend time with, okay? So she introduced Lento Yoguti. You don't just play the game in front of the cameras, you play the game away from the cameras, and you play the game after the cameras are gone, okay? So there's a game that you play when you are shooting the show, but there's a game that you play on social media, you know, which is what we get honestly with the other housewives, with the other franchises when they are not shooting the show. But with this franchise, what happens is that when they are not shooting the show, they are all lovey-dovey on their Instagram, they are attending events together, you know, the men birthdays, you know, this one is throwing her man a birthday, the others are attending, they are hugging and all of that. They don't play the social media game that the other franchises play. And Ntando has brought that game, okay? She might not be upfront about it, guys. Let's talk about this thing that just happened with Ueni. Not so long ago, Ntando was on live on Instagram, and then while we are watching her on live, what's Ino Morolong comes on, okay? Ino Morolong comes on, they look like, okay, they might know each other. She ends up mentioning what's Ino Morolong. It's just, they not that they are best friends, but they're friends. They support each other. She likes her. She likes Coco Maweni. Did she say? Yes, she likes Coco Maweni. And who else? There's another third person she mentions, but Ino Morolong, Coco Maweni, okay? That was not so long ago she did that live. Then, not so long after that, you see Coco Maweni, you see Ino Morolong, you see Musa Kaula together somewhere at the salon, okay? Around the time when the Annie story is coming out, and who did the story come out with? Okay, it came through Maphephandaba. But then right after Maphephandaba came with the story, other, legs of the story came through Musa Kaula. Okay. Sane is claiming that she did not know Musa Kaula. She was only introduced to Musa Kaula through Annie, who commented on Musa Kaula and mentioned her. She was like, thank you so much for introducing me to Musa Kaula, saying to Annie. Okay. Do you get a 10? Do you get 1 + 1 is 10? Okay. I cannot stand here and say, yeah, for sure, Sane has something to do with these stories that are coming out about Annie. I can't say that. But I thought about it when I saw that she had said that, she was on a live with Ino Morolong and saying that Dr. Maweni is her friend. They support each other. And then next thing, Dr. Maweni and Ino and Musa Kaula are together around the time that all of these stories are coming out about Annie. And I was like, oh, okay. Social media game is being played, okay? So I feel like she's introducing that element to it, okay? And I feel like if she does it correctly, it might actually guarantee her a spot in the next season, okay? But I don't know if she knows how to keep her hands clean in this whole situation, because the fact that she went now and posted that she has some things on Utakuru Eni and posted it on Instagram, maybe there was a way for her to keep her hands clean. But I feel like she actually made her hands dirty, because when I saw that post, I was like, you know what I was thinking might actually be right when it comes to Sane. So there is a social media game that Usane is playing that the other women have never played. So right now, they don't know what hit them. They don't know what they don't even know what to do. Even Amabula Fana no Any don't know what to do with that, because they don't realize that that is actually part of the show. If I'm a producer, I'm watching what's happening online. I'm watching who the viewers might need answers from when it comes to online game next season. So it actually contributes to say, okay, the viewers might want to know more about this from this particular individual. Maybe it's a good idea for us to have her next season. So I like Ugut Usane is bringing that social media game, which others will be forced to participate in at some point, whether they like it or not. Usli actually participated prematurely because nothing was said initially about Usli. But Usli went on to defend Annie, and because she did that, she ended up being attacked too, because the whole story of her marrying her uncle, we didn't know about it. That story came because she was into other people's ndabas trying to defend Annie, and it looks to me like Musa Kaula was like, oh girl, so you want to be involved, and then drop that bomb of her marrying an uncle. So every housewife will at some point have to play that social media game, which nobody was doing before. Like I say, every end of the season they will be lovey-dovey with each other, attending each other's events. We will even be thinking at the reunion there won't be any drama because everybody will be peaceful with everybody. But now there's something new that is going on. It's like the show never ends, which is what happens with Real Housewives. The show never ends, okay? So I like the introduction of Usane to the show for that, you guys. Do I think that she's going to last? I think that it's going to be hard for her to last, because just like they did with Lassie, when they decided that they don't want to be around her, she had to go. They might do the same to her. But I think that I liked what she came and did. She came and disrupted things so that we can get, now we're getting a story about Annie and her husband, which we've been saying. We didn't know anything about Utakuru, but a lot of us have been saying something is going on in that relationship. But with the presence, Kasane, everything now has been, is out like this, okay? I feel like at the reunion, there's definitely going to be that thing between Annie and Usane. And I hope Annie is ready, you guys. But I also feel like Usane has a tendency to disappoint us. We might think she has this big thing that she's going to reveal and end up not revealing it. And then it all stays a mystery, and we go, the reunion ends without us actually knowing what she has against Annie, okay? So for me, you guys, this is what I want to say about Usane. I feel like she's my biggest suspect when it comes to this whole thing that has come out on social media about everybody, okay? She might be 100% innocent, you guys, but I feel like she's my suspect, okay? She's my suspect on the anything. She's my suspect on the sleep thing. I really feel like that, I really feel like that. And also she's talking about the possibilities of her not attending the reunion. So I do feel like she possibly is playing this game now to cause as much drama at the reunion without her even being there, because she's talking about the fact that she might possibly not attend the reunion. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please tell me in the comment section who your biggest suspect is when it comes to all of these stories that are coming out about these women on social media. Do you suspect Sane or do you suspect someone else? Okay, because it might be someone else. Anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. Please like this video before Pumegona, share it with your friends, with your family, and even with strangers. Ntando kakhulu.